Greetings. Welcome back to another cup of conversation with me, Nidra Simmons. It is Sunday. Um, I just want to give God the glory for, an awesome weekend so far. Yesterday, I took the opportunity to rest all day, and it was wonderful. Moved at my pace. But I'm coming on to just give glory and honor to God for another day, another opportunity. And as I am sitting here in nature, it's really noisy today in nature. I came out here and I saw trees moving around, cats in other yards, and squirrels just going through the trees. It was really loud. But it's okay because, things go on regardless of whether you have control over it or not. You have the noise that's outside and you have the noise that's inside. The noise on the outside you can't control because there's other life beings out here. You have animals, you have insects, you have birds, you have neighbors. So they're all outside doing what they need to do. As I come on this morning, I'm coming on and just flowing. And I also want to thank my spirit team and give much gratitude and respect for our spirit team, our ancestors, and our angels, archangels, guardian angels, all in the highest Christed light. And, we're different. We believe in different things. And as we grow, we see things differently. I had a conversation with my son. And I was one way with my children as they were raised and growing up. And then as I got wiser and as I learned to see things for what they were and see people for who they are, I've learned that some things look different from when you're younger. And as you get older, you see it another way. That doesn't make you wrong. That just makes you wiser. You can see things in a different light. And I had told him that I believe that spirit never dies. That the flesh dies, but the spirit within the body doesn't die. And he asked me, how long ago did you believe that? When did you start believing in reincarnation? And I said, after your father passed. Because I believe that spirits live on. They just need other bodies to continue on the journey that they have selected to do. And he's a teenager, young man now, and to hear that from someone that was thinking a certain way the whole life, I know it kind of hit him like, what's the change? But I shared with him that, I believe that spirits are real. That helps me when people pass over to cope with knowing that they're still here, not physically in the flesh, but their spirit lives on. And that their time in that vessel that they were in is over, but their life journey is not over. So I thought that was interesting to have that conversation. And then I thought it was also interesting because I wanted to know how many out there think the same way. How many people out there thought one thing because of their upbringing and how the church and how older folks at that time pushed on their belief on their children, because at the time you think that's what you're doing is right. And I'm not saying that is wrong, not either way now. I'm just simply saying that when you know better, you do better. When you learn, you grow. When you grow, you learn. You're going to see things in a different light. And it's wonderful if you can have that conversation with your children or with your family or with your friends. And then you can see how I want to say balance. That's the word that was at the tip of my tongue. But well rounded you are. I'm going to talk about me. I used to think in one box, but that one box is just a small section of this whole world. And I am a strong believer that there's nothing new under the sun. You may have new creations that's different from before, but the concept is still the same. The rules are still the same. It's just going to look different because you're moving different. I hope what I'm saying is clear. And I hope that I don't lose no folks because of your belief. Understanding how things work doesn't make you a bad person. Knowing what's out there doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person aware. You don't have to sit here and do things that you feel is wrong. You have this tool in yourself. We all do. We have a part of us that can let us know when something feels right or when something feels wrong. Some call it your instinct, some call it your discernment, some call it your superpower. That was my topic yesterday, your superpower. But I'm saying all this to say there is so much stuff out there. There's so much to know out there. To know something, to inquire about something, doesn't mean that you're doing something bad or something negative. It's just making you aware of what's out there. And I'm thinking of, I used to love these cartoons, G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe. Knowing is half the battle. So being aware of things or seeing things in a new light doesn't make you someone evil. It just makes you someone who is more aware. As long as you follow your rules of doing right and not wrong, learning about new things shouldn't make you a bad person. But I hope I said something that was helpful. I hope I said something that was interesting, something to make you think. It's just a cup of conversation or food for thought. Just to share with you out there that, you know, those who think that, these girls are having a ball out there, that you're the only one that's thinking this way, you're not. There's a lot of people out there that's thinking the same way that you're thinking. There's a lot of people out there that have questions and is curious. There's a lot of people that see things different once they experience certain things in life. So, I don't know if I finished that conversation I said, but I had my son, but I just wanted to point out that I had a mindset one way when I was bringing up my children, and it was one way, and it wasn't fair to them because they are brought up in this world where things are different. They're introduced to a whole lot of new things, and being stuck on one thing is wrong. But being aware of a lot of things and helping yourself and your children understand is good. So I hope I said something that was encouraging. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Prepare yourself, relax today to get ready for the week. Until next time, peace.